Welcome back. Earlier this week, we told you on Channel 7 News about a California man who's walking across America. Yes, we said that right. To raise awareness for causes he's very passionate about. Today, he's in Little Rock and taking the time to speak with us live. So I'm actually joined by Ranger Kielak. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Let me hang out for a little bit. I appreciate it.
Of course, and we've been seeing the buzz on social media. Of course, one of our reporters ran into you as you were actually walking yesterday. But for people that don't know, you started March 10th and from North Carolina?
South Carolina.
South Carolina,
Yeah.
And now you're here in Arkansas.
Yeah, so I started March 10th, 2024 in Myrtle Beach, my feet in the Atlantic Ocean, and I'm walking all the way back to California to dive back into my home ocean.
And I'm sure the first question everybody's thinking now is, why is he doing this? Is there a reason behind what motivated you and it kind of inspired you to start?
Yeah, so I'll try to give the quick version. But so in 2018, there's an artist named Mike Posner that did the walk. He sang I Took a Pill in Ibiza.
Yeah, I love his music. I know exactly.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so he did a walk from New Jersey to California, and I saw that and I was like, wow, that's amazing. How inspiring, how neat. I wish I could do something like that. And then I listed kind of all the reasons in my head why we're different, you know. I don't write songs for Maroon 5 and Justin Bieber. I'm not a multimillionaire. I'm not an art, like I don't have all the resources. But so it was kind of something that got put in the back of my mind, put, you know, on the back burner. So I finished up school, COVID hit, et cetera, et cetera. And then in 2021, 2022, a couple of other guides named Mark Dudek and Andrew Kivet did the walk. And I was looking at their stories and I'm like, oh, these are normal guys just like me. And they made it happen. What excuses am I making? And I went back and I looked at Mike's story, and he said that he was doing the same thing for years. And he was making all these reasons and excuses why he couldn't do the walk. And I kind of saw that alignment in the all four of us. And I was like, man, if I'm gonna be, you know, a life coach, a professional coach that helps people with their goals and their dreams, like, and I'm not doing my own, like, what does that say about me and my own journey? So I made the decision August 2022. I texted my fiance, and I said, hey, I want to do the walk. I'm committing to doing it. She said, great, what's the first step? And I said, well, I think that was the first step.
Just saying it out loud and committing.
Yeah, so since then, her and I have been working on it and getting everything, all the ducks in a row to make my first steps actually happen. And
for you, you're also spreading awareness to bigger causes along this walk.
Yes. So the overall purpose for the walk is to highlight, learn from, and work with people in the U.S. that are making a difference in their communities. So I'm doing so by interviewing different individuals on my podcast, the Within Range Coaching podcast, you know, nonprofit leaders, entrepreneurs, community members that are boots on the ground making things happen. And with that, I'm also raising money for 3 organizations that are close to my heart, which is the Future Farmers of America, Bigger Than the Trail, and the Hospice Promise Foundation. And for the FFA grants, the money raised for FFA goes to their SAE grants. So they help students, you know, get their first animal, get the tools they need to start a business, to start working for someone else, and really help them develop those soft and hard skills to bring them into adulthood. Bigger Than the Trail does free therapy services for individuals that are struggling with mental health. And the Hospice Promise Foundation helps families that are in hospice care with non-medical related expenses, and they helped my Nana and Papa when he was passing from Alzheimer's a few years ago. So
that's amazing that you're able to give back to someone that or an organization that's impacted you closely as well.
Definitely.
And you're going to be crossing about 12 states, 2,800 miles. What did you do to prepare your body for this? Because it takes a toll.
So much. So thankfully I've been able to work with some amazing people. My personal trainer is named Spencer Sharp, and he helped me for about 6-7 months before the journey to, you know, keep me on task and keep me accountable to actually just showing up in the gym, doing a full body spread to get, I don't know, every part of me ready for it. I'm working with a yoga instructor named Stephanie Alston. She's helping me with any kind of aches, pains, stretching. If I have an issue with my body, I text her and she says, do this stretch or take a rest day, you know. And then Marisol Fernandez is my nutritionist. So she's helping me make sure I make good food decisions, that I'm getting all like the basic stuff that I need. So a lot of it is just really finding people that align with the values and that are willing to help out and, I don't know, make sure that I make it across. So I guess what I'm saying is it takes a village, right? Like, it's not just me doing it all on my own.
You need that support system, especially
Yeah.
with something this big. It's going to take you over 200 days to complete once you get to California. And you're going to be walking through, you're in Arkansas now, but eventually New Mexico and Arizona in the heat, in the midst of everything. How are you going to do that?
Yeah, so very carefully. My plan for that right now is right around, was it Amarillo in Texas? My fiance is going to meet me out there. I'm going to give her everything that's not absolutely necessary. Like the books or fun things that I have. So I have as much room for water and food as possible. And I have some family and friends that work remote jobs. So my plan is to kind of place them in different major cities for a little bit as like a backup and like have them kind of shuttle me back and forth. And with that, also kind of what I did with Little Rock is like posting ahead of time. And I mean, Little Rock was insane.
Oh, you got a lot of love online?
I was not expecting. I mean, I posted in a North Little Rock group and another one, and I was just blown away by the support of the community. So I don't know, if I have that everywhere else I go, it'll be amazing, but that was definitely...
It's the Southern hospitality. They just love helping out.
It was Little Rock Hospital. Yeah. It was insane. I was not expecting it.
That's super sweet. That's nice to know. I saw your posts alone, and even in our newsroom, we're all like, oh, we've been seeing him everywhere in the different pictures.
Because everybody's sharing. It was like hundreds of comments and likes, and I got a bunch of DMs, and it was great. So for everybody that saw the post, thank you for helping out on that.
Thanks for coming in with us today. How can people follow along on your journey and maybe show some light, tell their friends in other states as you cross through there too?
Yeah, so all of it is on, right there on the screen, withinrangecoaching.com/walk-across-America. Within Range Coaching on Facebook and Within Range_coaching on Instagram. And the fundraiser for Future Farmers of America, Bigger Than the Trail, and the Hospice Promise Foundation are on the Facebook page. So if you just go there, you'll be able to find it. And if you want to help out with that, I appreciate it. Thank you. All
right. Thanks again for joining us today. It's been cool to learn about your journey, and we're definitely going to be following along.
Awesome.
Make sure if you're back in Little Rock, you come say hi, too.
Oh, I'm bringing Julie back at some point.
Please bring her back. It's a great city to come check out.
Yeah,
that's one thing that's a plus to what you're doing. You get to sightsee America along with everything.
Yeah, I get to see very different things you'd see from 70 miles an hour in a car. So.
Is it your first time in many of the places you're visiting, too?
Every single place, other than where I'm passing through Oklahoma to visit my Nana and uncles. First time anywhere, so.
I'm sure they'll make sure you get some home-cooked food.
I'm so excited.
Thanks again, Ranger.